This is the Nikolaiviertel in East Berlin. It's been described as an oasis in the centre of the city, probably due to the fact that nobody even comes here. It was designed and built in 1987 by the East German architect Günther Stahn in celebration of Berlin's 750th birthday. And as we'll discover, it's a strange little forgotten architectural gem which quietly wears its prefabricated facades with pride.
In the aftermath of the Second World War, about a third of Berlin lay in ruins. And in the eastern part of the city, instead of rebuilding those buildings that had been bombed during the war, the government decided to eradicate everything that was there, basically, in the historical city centre. So this policy of destruction continued all the way into the 1980s, but then the tide changed in the preparations for the 750th birthday of Berlin. And instead of destroying what was there previously, they decided to conserve what was left of Berlin's historical centre. And the Nikolaiviertel behind me is one of the key examples of that shift in architectural policy. So the main architectural characteristic, or the defining characteristic of the Nikolaiviertel, is of course the prefabricated concrete panel, which is everywhere in the Viertel. And if we look on the bases of all the buildings, we have these kind of mock columns and arches which come to symbolize a sort of neo-Baroque style of architecture. But curiously, in the original Nikolaiviertel, that was nowhere to be seen. So what we have here is basically a mishmash of different architectural styles. There's a vague historical essence without being specific about one particular period of architecture.
This generic oldness of the past fitted very well with the political ideology of East Germany at the time, which often avoided sensitive historical topics such as the Nazis, the Holocaust, and the Berlin Wall. This architectural generalization was thus a convenient way to glide over history, while simultaneously referencing the existence of it.
You know, I think it would be very easy to be critical of the Nikolaiviertel. I mean, you could criticize the fact that its facades are just prefab fakes. You could also criticize the fact that it's not an accurate depiction of the original Nikolaiviertel, which was here before the war. But that would be missing one key point. And I think the real point to make here is the fact that this is just so authentic. It's an authentic example of late East German architectural policy. And for that reason, it's very deserving of its heritage status. And you should come down and check it out.